A question that I get asked by numerous clients in my practice: does a dismissive or fearful avoidant attachment style, do they ever actually love me, and what do they do after the relationship? And stay to the end of the video, I'm going to spill my own tea. So yes, absolutely 100%. Any type of avoidant attachment style gets into the relationship for the same reasons that you do. That they're excited about the love and the dopamine and feeling important and building a life with someone. Of course, they're as normal as anyone else. But what happens is, any part of the relationship this can happen. Something's going to trigger them, whether you're wanting to move things along and going to the next step in the relationship, or if you want to be further intimate, or if you want to have more of deeper conversations. Anything at any time can trigger them. And what they're remembering is back to their growing up. It's generally their caregivers. Whenever they had a need or a feeling or wanted love, they were told it was wrong, or they were pushed away and they were neglected in that capacity. So subconsciously, that's triggering all of those childhood traumas. So what they'll do is they will run, because what they had to do to self-soothe in the past is they had to rely on themselves in order to get themselves out of that emotional situation. So the first thing we need to do is say to ourselves, is that the type of relationship that I can actually handle emotionally? Most of my clients, it's not. It hurts so much whenever somebody just ups and leaves and takes off without any explanation. In fact, it's quite rude and it's immature. The trouble with that is a pattern that person has upheld throughout years of their lifetime, and they're not taking the time to recognize that in themselves and do the inner child and shadow work that the rest of us on their spiritual journey are. So your best bet is to do the most loving thing that you can do for that individual, is let them be in their own space and let them learn that it's not okay to do that with somebody whenever you've made a commitment, or you have promised the world to someone, or you're setting down roots with somebody. It's just not acceptable behavior, no matter what you've gone through, and to encourage them maybe to get some help. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually the only thing that's going to help them. And the second part of the question is, what happens to the avoidant after the relationship ends? So once they've split on you, they of course are going to feel relief, because they're not feeling that impenetrable attention that they don't want anymore, because they're fearing that they're going to be rejected in the long run. So they're going to feel a sense of relief. And then after time goes on, they're going to realize that was an impulsive behavior. And what'll happen is most avoidants will live in a space called limerence, and that's where they're actually having the relationship still with you. You're just not in it. So they will look at your pictures, and they will listen to your songs, and they will muddle over the situation that they had with you. They're just not comfortable in pursuing it with you. It's safer for them to create the relationship that you had on their own terms, in that boxed in area. So this is where I'll spill the tea on myself. I was in a relationship with an extreme avoidant, and he had hooked up his music, his YouTube, to our TV. Back then, I had no idea what any of that syncing was or anything, and I forgot that even happened. I turned on my TV one day, and it was this strange screen, and I was just like, what the heck is this? And I realized it was his YouTube page. And if this is not proof enough for everyone, please listen. It was every single one of our songs, over and over and over, and about 30 more songs that were absolutely beautiful. And it had it so down and concise where the women in the videos even looked like me. So that is the case. That is the person that was having the relationship with me and having all that love and the dopamine in his safe environment. And another thing too, this is a very scary situation, but they don't even really need you for sex. He also said that he would take a pillow and slit the end of it and put a picture of a pretty girl down, and then actually, you know what, with the pillow with the girl's face, and so you wouldn't even need to get tactical. So this is a very, very scary situation. It's very sad that this happened to them at the beginning of their lives, but it's no excuse, because a lot of us are dealing with trauma and we're seeking help. So I really, really hope that helped. I'm Tracy, I'm Rebel with a Cause. My cause will forever and always be your self-empowerment. Look to my bio for my credentials. If you need some help, let me know. You are loved.